Hey everyone, I went out for a nice walk and I came back, and it's a nice day here. It's beautiful actually. But our area here at Young and Lawrence, it's also becoming like downtown. It stinks of urine. When you walk past the shops, you're going past the shops like where the Dollarama and all that is, it stinks. I don't know if it's people walking their dogs or what it is, but it never used to be like that here. It's becoming very, very run down and litter all over the place. It's really becoming bad. It's becoming bad. So anyway, you reap what you sow. That's what they say in life, right? If I hadn't studied, if I hadn't put myself forward, if I hadn't done a good job wherever I worked, I wouldn't even have access to the social services, to the EI. But people have to give you that opportunity. It's the same thing as when I went to WITS. Like, okay, yes, I didn't have the skills to get into University of Zimbabwe, UZ, but I didn't sit back and say, okay, then you know what, I'm stupid. If I can't get into University of Zimbabwe, I'm not even going to try to get in anywhere else. Is that what I did? I didn't. I said, let me see where else I can apply. Let me try South Africa. Let me try the surrounding countries. And then I went to WITS. And WITS took me in. I didn't get all straight A's in high school. So I went to WITS. And then I got the help there. I studied. I graduated. I worked and studied. And I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. Why should I give up? Because I don't want that life of poverty that other people want for me. I don't want to rent a room in a house. I want a better life. And if that means relocating and going to Netherlands or going to Australia or going somewhere else, I'm prepared to do it. Why not? Why should I stay here and accept that, oh, this is your lot in life? Just accept that you have to live a life of poverty. Accept going and renting a room in a house. Why should I accept that? That's not what I want for my life. That's not what I want for myself. Even the piano, there's a piano at the church. I never ever asked Father Larry, can I come into the church and play the piano? The piano sits there. There's a grand piano on the altar there. I never ever asked him. I waited, and once I started working at Teleperformance, I bought my own. And I know there's lots of people that give away their old pianos and all that. I never looked for that because I don't want that. I don't want somebody's hand-me-downs. I don't want somebody's old piano. I waited until I could afford to buy my own electric piano, and I bought it. And when I get an even better paid job, then I'm going to buy my own piano, a real piano, not an electric one like I had in Zimbabwe. And that wasn't even my piano. That piano was my aunt's piano. My grandfather bought it for her. But then they kept it because they didn't want to throw it away or sell it. They kept it. So that's how I learned how to play the piano. I'm going to buy my own. When I buy, I don't buy junk. Even when I support the church, I don't buy junk. I make sure that it's from reputable companies, Catholic companies. I don't buy from the Chinese places. I make sure that it's coming from a good place. So if that's what you want, that's what you have to do. Because people are not going to be interested in your life and your aims and what you want. Yeah, if you've got a brother or sister that cares about you, or you've got a cousin like me, you might be lucky. Well, most people don't care. They're only interested in their own children and their own families. And even when they're building a relationship with you, they're not building it for you because they love you. They're building it with you because they know that they want to build a relationship with your aunt or your uncle so that they can get their children to have favor with them. That's how the world works. That's how it works. You have to build your own relationships. You have to put your interests forward. You have to find common ground. You have to move forward. That's how it works. No one gave me anything. You think the white people in Zimbabwe said, oh yeah, send your daughter to work for us? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. It was because I was diligent and because I was good and because they saw how I performed. Then they said, yeah, send her to work with us. There's nobody in this world that's just going to say, yeah, you know what, we're choosing you. There's no one. And even everybody goes on about Bono, Bono, Bono. I didn't get anything from Bono. And it's not a personal relationship. It's not. Because I went into that thing because I was hearing about the work he was doing with Sister Kathleen. She was my teacher. And I had seen his work, the music. I was interested in the music from the time I was a little girl. So then I told Sister Kathleen to tell him that I want to work with him. And then I started signing their petitions on X, Twitter, and then they told me to come volunteer with them. I didn't get any job out of it. How many hundreds of charities has Bono got? He's got hundreds and hundreds of charities. So people mustn't think that it's a personal relationship and all that. It's not. It's not. I just wanted to use my skills and my interests to work for the alleviation of poverty, to work so that I could also have a good paid job and I could also travel and I could also stay in hotels and I could also have a better life and lift other people up doing it. That's what everybody wants, whether you're working in banking or healthcare or education. That's the goal. You look after yourself, and in looking after yourself, you also help others to come up. So it's not like, I don't know why people, even the recruiters, ask me about Bono. I don't have anything to do with him, and I haven't had anything to do with him for years. For years. It's not a personal relationship. Did you ever see Bono come and have a meal with me or take me out or pay for my flights to go anywhere? There's no personal relationship, and people mustn't think that it's personal. It's not. It's not personal. He didn't even hire me. He didn't even give me a contract to work with him. So it's all rubbish what people are saying. It's nonsense. So we'll see. I can tell you now, it's sad how Canada's going. You walk down the street here, you can smell urine all over. It never used to be like that. That's why I'm also prepared to go. Because the more dirty work I do for them, the more dirty work they give me to do. I'm tired of doing their dirty work. I also want to have a good paid job. I also want to come up. I also want to work in administration. I also want to see my life getting better, not watching my cousins and everybody else driving their cars, owning the best cars, the best homes, the best properties, and meanwhile I don't even have enough for food. That's not my aim in life. And you can say it's not about the money. Yes, it is. It's always been about the money, because money gives you access. So don't tell me it's not about the money. It is about the money. For me, it's about the money. That's what it's about.